acharyas, or who later on became the authority in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So we can see in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially in Madhya Leela, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, depending on the vessel which a particular personality is carrying, is pouring his mercy accordingly. For example, Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained them the tattvas or the truths about about the three important subject matters which we called as Sambandha Gyan, Abhidhya Gyan, and Prayojana, which means the relationship with the Supreme Lord, the process to find the ultimate goal, and what is that ultimate goal. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, but in detail, and how we can attach bhakti, what is the process of performing devotional service, has been explained clearly by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami. And we can see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also explained to Prabodhananda Saraswati and refuted the Mayavad philosophy. But in this particular chapter, what we are reading, chapter number 8, talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rai Ramananda. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing a dialogue which is initiating that particular rasa which every soul is looking for. So the most intimate discussions were done by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this particular pastime of Ramananda Rai. Because Rai Ramananda is none other than Vishakha Sakhi, as is explained by a book called Gaurāngī Dipika, where the identities of different people have been explained, different personalities have been explained. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving his mercy depending on the vessel of heart which a particular person is carrying. And in this particular chapter, which we are reading right now, chapter number 8, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking questions from Rai Ramananda. And Rai Ramananda is explaining or is giving the answers to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami at the beginning of this chapter very beautifully is writing or giving an analogy. What he is saying? He is saying that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the ocean of all the conclusions of knowledge, which is present in bhakti. And he is the one who empowered this living entity. And he is the one who empowered all the jivas with knowledge. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan is saying that everything is coming from me. Jnanam apohanam cha. Everything is, all the knowledge is coming from me. And that's how he empowered Rai Ramananda. And Rai Ramananda, who we can link as a cloud. And the cloud is the other formation of the condensation which happens. And this cloud again pours the water of knowledge or the final conclusion in the ocean of knowledge. So actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one who is empowering Rai Ramananda, and Rai Ramananda is again explaining everything to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's just like a water cycle. And that's how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami very beautifully, as an analogy, is explaining at the start of this very chapter. And we have seen that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he started his tour to South India. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu now visited Jiyad Narsimha. In our previous classes, I tried to show the deity of Jiyad Narsimha also, which was installed by Sri Prahlad Maharaj himself. And now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after having the darshan in Vishakhapatnam of Jiyad Narsimha Dev, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started moving forward. And there, at the banks of river Godavari, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was taking a bath, he saw there is one personality who is coming in a palanquin, and there are other brahmanas who are, surrounding him too. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is Bhagavan himself, so he figured it out that it's Sri Ramananda Rai. And then after seeing him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is in the form of a sannyasi, Rai Ramananda also saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also saw Rai Ramananda. So both recognized each other. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan, so he recognized Rai Ramananda. And Rai Ramananda, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, because of the bodily effulgence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rai Ramananda also figured it out that he is none other than my Bhagavan. So the first meeting has been described very profoundly. That in the first meeting, Lord stood up and asked Ramananda, that, are you Ramananda? And then when he replied, yes, I am. I'm your servant. I'm Ramananda, and I belong to the Shudra community. And then after hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became so ecstatic, and ecstatic symptoms started appearing into his body. And previously also we discussed that there are several ecstatic symptoms which happen under the category of sattvic bhavas. So all these things started happening in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is carrying the natural love for his devotee Vishakha Sakhi, so natural symptoms, natural ecstatic symptoms started happening. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started crying, and Ramananda started crying. And the brahmanas who were standing there, they were thinking, he is a sannyasi, and that too a sannyasi in the Mayavada school. And Ramananda Rai, on the other hand, belongs to a Shudra community. And not only that, Ramananda Roy was a very scholarly person, a devotee. How come they both are not able to restrain their emotion? How they are behaving like that? So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just felt, that the Brahmanas, they are thinking differently. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he restrained his emotions, because these are the emotions which cannot be present, which cannot be shown to in front of anybody. If and there is a comparison given, Sajatiya versus Vijatiya. That means the pure devotees of the Lord, they can understand these intimate symptoms. And those who are non-devotees, who are just the followers of Vedic rules and regulations, they might not understand that level of devotional service, because that level of devotional service did not arise in the heart of these particular devotees, or the brahmanas. And then Lord Chaitanya, Bhagavan Chaitanya, he started saying, oh, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he spoke to me about you. And he spoke to me about you, and indeed I have come here just to see you. And then Rai Ramananda, he started replying, or he started glorifying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First he acknowledged Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. First he acknowledged Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He did not just directly started praising Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, Chaitanya Charitamrita is running on a particular theme, and this theme is called Vaishnav, particular theme of Vaishnav etiquette, Vaishnav behavior. And throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita, this theme is running, Vaishnav etiquette. Sri Ramananda Roy did not just jump onto the glorification of Bhagwan. He acknowledged the person who recommended Rai Ramananda to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Rai Ramananda started replying, glorifying Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, that by the mercy of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, in this human birth, I am getting darshan of yours, your Bhagwan. And then she started glorifying Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we have seen in verse number 36, 37, and 38 That's where we stopped last time. So in the glorification in 36, he said, you do not fear the Vedic injunctions, Bhagwan, and you won't mind having the association of a Shudra like me. Hmm? I am a Shudra and you are Bhagwan himself. And not only that, you are born in such a, if we see materialistic, you are born in such a high class Brahmin family. Uh, I am a Shudra, but still you, without fearing about Vedic injunction, yeah, about the caste system, you just embraced me. So the Vedas, who are dividing the society into varnas and ashramas, that also the bhakti scriptures, the Vedas, the bhakti scriptures also are explaining the fact that if anyone becomes Vaishnava, he just transcend that the entire league of this varnas. Huh? In Sri Chaitanya, in Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, 26th chapter, where Mother Devhuti is glorifying Mother Devhuti glory is glorifying Kapil Muni, and she's saying, what she is saying, that one who started chanting the holy name of the Lord, for him, there, even if he is a dog eater, he becomes as good as a Brahmana. And he becomes as good as a Brahmana. But that doesn't mean that, a dog eater will start performing the yagnas. Uh, so he becomes as good as the Brahmanas in the light of spirituality. Hmm? And this Vaishnava who is chanting the holy names is even surpass the level of Brahmana. And we have seen in Chaitanya Charitamrita about Haridas Thakur. He also belonged to a low class. He also belonged to low caste. And there are Rai Ramananda ji, and also um, there are other examples which has been given in Srimad Bhagavatam, where the Shudra, if he is taking up to holy name, he is surpassing the level of Brahmana also. And then in 37, he said, you are the Supreme Lord himself. So no one can understand your purpose because you are Bhagwan and you are Bhagwan, and Bhagwan himself don't know about his purpose clearly. Why? Because he is so merciful on his devotees. And he is controlled by his devotees. So whatever devotees want, Bhagwan acts like that too. So no one can understand your purpose, Bhagwan. And then he said, you specifically come here to deliver me, and you are so merciful on me. Now, I'm going to share the screen, and we are going to read. Let me just take this out the screen. So that much we covered last time. So now we are okay. So today we are on verse number 39. Okay, Prabhuji, if you are here, please kindly read. Narsim Prahlad Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
মহান্ত স্বভাব এই তারিতে পামর নিজ কার্য নাহি তবু জান তার ঘর.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation. It is the general practice of all saintly people to deliver the fallen. Therefore, they go to the people's houses, although they have no personal business there. Purport. A sannyasi is supposed to beg from door to door. He does not beg simply because he is hungry. His real purpose is to enlighten the occupant of every house by preaching Krishna consciousness. A sannyasi does not abandon his superior position and become a beggar just for the sake of begging. Similarly, a person in household life may be very important, but he may also voluntarily take to the mendicant way of life. Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami were ministers, but they voluntarily accepted the mendicant's life in order to humbly preach Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message. It is said about them. Tyaktva turnab ashesha mandala pati shrenim sada tuchhavat bhutva dina ganeshuku karunya kopina kantas tritu. Although the Goswamis were very aristocratic, on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they became mendicants just to deliver the fallen souls. One should also consider that those who engage in the missionary activities of the Krishna conscious movement are under the guidance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are not actually beggars. Their real business is to deliver fallen souls. Therefore, they may go from door to door just to introduce a book about Krishna consciousness so that people can become enlightened by reading. Formerly, brahmacharis and sannyasis used to beg from door to door. At the present moment, especially in the Western countries, a person may be handed over to the police if he begs from door to door. In Western countries, begging is considered criminal. Members of the Krishna conscious movement have no business begging. Instead, they work very hard to introduce some literature about Krishna consciousness so that people can read them and be benefited. But if one gives some contribution to a Krishna conscious man, he never refuses it. So what a wonderful purport Srila Prabhupada is given to all of us. So in this particular purport, particularly the name of sannyasi has been mentioned, but because this is in connection with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is in a sannyas order. So this sannyas order, many of us think that this sannyas order was prevalent after the appearance of Sri Shankaracharya, and it is the it is the gift of Mayavada school. But in fact, Vishnu Swami, Sri Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, even before the appearance of Shankaracharya, Sri Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, which is Rudra Sampradaya, and nowadays this Sampradaya has been called Pushti Sampradaya. There was the sannyas order, or there was the order of renunciation, which has been which has been given in Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. And this Vishnu Swami Sampradaya is a Vaishnava Sampradaya. So just by saying that the sannyas Sampradaya comes only from the Shankaracharya school is not a very good proposition. So the right thing is that Vishnu Swami is the one who has given the renounced order of life even to his own disciples, and he himself was in the renounced order of life. Although we can see in Kali Yuga, according to the scriptures, there are 4 things which has been prohibited. And what are the 4 things? The 4 things are performance of Ashwamedh Yagya, the horse sacrifice, is prohibited. Performance of Gomedhya Yagya, this is also one kind of yagya which is being prohibited. Putting, how to phrase it? Okay. Putting a child into the womb of your brother's wife, that's also prohibited. And 4th is to take the order of renunciation is prohibited in the age of Kali Yuga according to the scriptures. But definitely whatever acharyas are taking the sannyas order is not the sannyas order which has been explained in the scriptures. That's a different kind of sannyas order. And this particular sannyas order, which is given in Vaishnava Sampradaya, is something different. Although if we can see, there are categories in sannyas also. There are 3 dandi sannyasis, there are ek dandi sannyasi, and there are the third one is babajis or bairagis, who don't carry the danda. So the 3 dandi sannyasis are usually Vaishnava sannyasis, who just by body, mind and words, these are the 3 dandas, they just surrender their life in propagating the Krishna consciousness, and we can see their own sampradaya. And the Ekadandi sannyasi usually comes in from the Mayavad school, Shankaracharya school. One, because according to them, everything is one. Mayavad school is that Brahman is the ultimate truth. Brahmasmi. So one danda for them, Ekadandi. But if we see the life of Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, they have taken what kind of sannyas? They became Babajis. That's a type of sannyas where or vairagya or a detachment where you are not holding a danda. There is not specific procedure which is being prescribed for this particular sannyas, but out of their natural detachment and or on the orders of the spiritual master, a person change into kopin, white color clothes, and live as a detached person just to propagate the mission. And that's what Sri Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami did after receiving instructions from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although they were in government services, they were living such an opulent life, but their inclination was always towards serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, the main point of this purport is not to explain different types of sannyas and not to explain what kind of sannyas Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami was taking. But the main point of this purport is these sannyasis or these Babajis or any saint for that matter, any sage for that matter, whenever they come on the door of a householder or live in with the families, householders, so we should not be thinking that they are the people who need us. Although if we see materialistic, or we can see according to the scriptures, Grahastha ashrama is the one which is supporting other ashrams financially. But if we see spiritually, on the spiritual matters, this sannyasi or the sages, Babajis, they are the one who are supporting our spiritual life, which is our eternal dharma, which is our eternal occupational duty. What is our occupational duty? Eternal occupational duty? For the time being, our temporary occupational duty is to what? Serve into my ashrama, serve into my varna, act according to the society. But this is a temporary duty because this body is temporary, so duty is temporary. But my soul is eternal, and this soul is eternal, and because this soul is eternal, so the dharma towards my eternal dharma is connected with my soul. So the saints or the sages, they come in the houses of householders just to teach them, just to preach them their eternal dharma, and that's called Jaiva dharma. That's called Jaiva dharma, my eternal dharma. That dharma which can never be changed. So very important. This living entity is so engrossed in the samsara, which this living entity has been created by itself by after getting covered by the ignorances of Maya. Maya is bewildering and covering, provides different types of coverings, subtle and gross coverings. And this living entity is continuing into the cycle of samsara. What is the cycle of samsara? Birth, death, old age, and disease. So conditioned, this living entity is just roaming around because this ignorance, because this living entity has no knowledge of the Supreme Lord, no possession of the Supreme, no knowledge of the Supreme Lord. Jnana, samsarga jnana abhava. From the very nature, this Jivatma who is conditioned is does not carry the information of the Lord. And because of that, this Maya is jhapatiya. The Maya is just looting this living entity and giving the covering of I and mine. And this living entity, because of the coverings of I and mine, is continuing its sansara. And if we see our acharyas, although they have not come into our households, like Srila Prabhupada, we worship him in the deity form and he is always present. Vaishnava is always present. But how they are present? They are present through their writings. They are present through their writings, and they are also present with their teachings, what they have given to us. So this is very important to understand. And what's happening? Our own life, who just who teach us in our life? These acharyas, when they come to our homes, when they come to our home, they teach us and they preach us. There is a verse in Updeshamrita, and this verse is very beautiful. This verse discuss atyahar. The first word is atyahar, and the translation of this atyahar has been explained by so many acharyas, by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our own acharya Srila Prabhupada. I mean, they are also our own acharyas, Srila Prabhupada. And what's the translation to this atyahar? Overeating or overconsumption. Overeating or overconsumption. Now, let me just share one thing. Overconsumption of what? Overconsumption of food? Just that? No. Let me just share. Overconsumption of what? Overconsumption with my body, mind, with my all the senses. That's what a devotee is. Overconsumption. Overconsumption of from my eyes. It's not just overeating. It's overconsumption with my all the senses. My eyes, my ears, my mouth, my mind. So much consumption is given in this age of Kali Yuga. This, Instagram, Facebook, and Netflix, and online shopping deals, and this phone. This phone, overconsumption. Overconsumption to my senses. And this, even if we try to proceed further, Srila Rupa Goswami is writing, Atyahar. Atyahar is one of the symptoms. Overconsumption is one of the symptoms through which our bhakti can, Shadbir Bhakti Vinashyati, that our bhakti can get vinashya, destroy. This is where today's, I mean, I'm talking about only myself, today's devotee is. So much overconsumption of everything. It's not just overconsumption of clothes or overconsumption of eating, overconsumption with my senses. If I go onto the YouTube just to extract one class, which I want to hear of my favorite Vaishnava, till the time I reach up to that class, there are so many things which has been given that I just waste my 15-20 minutes right there. I just waste my 15-20 minutes right there. And time is an asset. In the life of a devotee, time is an asset. And when the time, I utilizing my time, my life is just going away like that. My life is just going away like that. And I don't even get to know about it. I don't even get to know about it. And that's why our Bhakti Vinod Thakur also, he said Atyahara means overeating or overconsumption or over collection. Over collection of things. A householder should collect only as much as needed. Any excess collection is called Atyahara. And when we hear such verses, so we think, why our acharyas have to do this, making our life so difficult. But they are not making our life difficult. They are just giving their recommendations to us so that we can utilize our human birth so nicely. Utilizing our every minute we can utilize our time and money. They both are the resources, which even if money get exhausted, we can replenish money. But if the time get exhausted, no one can replenish it. So that's why it's very important to understand where I am. I am so attached with so many things, and my all the senses are doing overconsumption. And who is the one who just teach us or explain this to us? Who is the one? Devotees, sages, acharyas, who themselves are realized. And that's why they come door to door. See, you are over consuming stuff, you are over collecting things. And when we, even if they don't say it very explicitly, we can see in their behavior that how they utilize each single minute, waking up 3:30 in the morning, and then each and every minute just to spread the movement and just to preach people how you can become Krishna conscious in your life. So it's us, householders, we need their support. They are not beggars, begging and coming. And there are so many examples in Srimad Bhagavad Gita Srimad Bhagavatam, which has been explained. We can see in the life of Maharaj Maharaj Bharisat, Maharaj Bharisat, Prachina Nabi, Maharaj Prachina Nabi in fourth canto. This Maharaj, his sons were Prachetas, and they all went for the austerity. And this king, he was enjoying his material opulences. And Narad Muni, he came. And by an algorithm story, he explained, that this living entity is bound in this 9 gates, and again taking birth, being married with the buddhi or intelligence. And this intelligence is taking this subtle body again and again. And then finally, Bhagwan in the form of Brahmana came in the life of Puranjan and Puranjani, is an algorithm story, which Narad Muni explained to Maharaj Parichana Bhari, that you just get out, don't wait. And we can see even Vidur Maharaj, he came in Canto first, although the discussion of Maitreya and Vidura occurred in Canto third. But if we see Canto first, Vidura, he came back in the Hastinapur, and he said, Dhritarashtra, he spoke with Dhritarashtra. He said, what are you doing here? You are eating the remnants of those people who killed your son, and you wanted to wait till the time death arrived at your doorstep. Why you are not leaving this palace and do some good things for your soul? Protect your soul. Don't be the killer of your soul. Vidur Maharaj, he came, and then he enlightened Dhritarashtra. Ajamila stories, Canto 6th. Ajamila story, where Ajamila, he was, although Karmakandi Brahmana, but he just dipped into the pool of sins. So the sages came, and they gave the name Narayana to the youngest son, Ajamila. Because of their mercy, he got delivered. And Narad Muni is making his presence in almost all the cantos. So many examples. Navayogendras, they are coming in 11th canto to Nimi Maharaj. And Navayogendras, such a profound discussion they are doing. And Garg Muni, when he came to the house of, what's the name? Nanda Maharaj. Then also Nanda Maharaj is speaking the same thing, that you are coming just to deliver householders. So whenever these devotees are coming, whenever brahmacharis are coming, the sannyasis are coming, or other devotees, other preachers are coming, we should be taking the full advantage, and we should be learning what we have to learn from them. Not to think, oh, they are here. Yeah, they are just beggars going here and there. No, they are coming of them in our life is a great mercy. We can see that how Bhagwan's kripa, Bhagwan's mercy is acting in our life by the presence of these devotees. And that's what the theme of this verse, what Srila Prabhupada is saying. That's the theme of this verse, that these people are not beggars. They are highly elevated souls, and coming to our house just to free us forever and to teach us our eternal dharma. Okay. So let me share again Chaitanya Charitamrita. So each and every purport of Srila Prabhupada is like a crown studded with lots of jewels. So that's why Srila Prabhupada is saying, read my books very scrutinizingly, and even read the commentaries from other acharyas. Srila Prabhupada is mentioning this point in the first canto, first chapter, first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. If we want to understand what is given each and everywhere. Anyways, let's just move on to text 40. Text 40 is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Mahad vichalanam nrinam griha namam dinachetasam nirshreshyasya bhagavan nanyata kalpate kvachit. Translation. My dear Lord, who is speaking this? Nanda Maharaj is speaking to Garg Muni. My dear Lord, sometimes great saintly persons go to the homes of householders, although these householders are generally low-minded. When a saintly person visits their homes, one can understand that it is for no other purpose than to benefit the householders, than to benefit the householders who are into this samsara chakra. They are roaming around just to benefit us. Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, all the acharyas, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was very well situated in Sri Vrindavan Dham, in Radha Damodar temple. But Srila Prabhupada left the comfort. Srila Prabhupada is already, reached that perfection. He could easily go back, but he came here in United States of America in this cold weather to give what? To beg for what? For name or fame or for anything? No, Srila Prabhupada did not care about anything. He came just to give Krishna to each and every soul and to save the souls of Kali Yuga. The souls in Kali Yuga, they are on their way to hell. And the devotees and preachers and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they came themselves. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came just to stop that process and take this jivas or these particular souls back. Where back? In maybe the next birth maybe Satyuga or next birth in so that this living entity can make progress. And if we are doing bhakti karma, if we are performing bhakti, so chances are that we can easily, there are two types of, there are 5 types, but how to achieve liberation or self-realize. There is krama, it means step-by-step procedure, or there is elevator, just go up. So if we are performing our bhakti very nicely, understanding what our supplementary bhakti literatures, our acharyas has given to us, and supporting our bhakti, supporting by hearing, by the process of hearing and chanting, reading books, understanding what the philosophy is. If we are performing bhakti, if we are a serious student, the chances are that we are able to overcome this disease of samsara. We can. And who plays the important role in this? Sadhu Sangha plays the most important role. Association of devotee. What kind of devotee? Advanced devotees who are what kind of devotee? Advanced devotees who are very well situated in their own practices, through whom we can take the essence of bhakti, through whom we can learn. Not like, I am right now, I'm in the temple, I'm a devotee, and uh, on Sunday only I'm a devotee, but rest of the days I am just not performing my bhakti or bhakti practices. It's very important. Or I'm making plans to go here or there, or doing some non-devotional activities. That's why not only once but twice Rupa Goswami has given in Nectar of Instruction. Second words he is saying Jang Sangas, Jana Sangas. Jana Sangas mean we should not if we are associating with materialistic minded people, even in the dress of our devotees we can find people like that. And in the third verse, he is saying, Sang Tyagat. We should avoid the association. 2 times he is saying the same thing. And second and third both, because the association is what we are going to become. Association is what we are going to adopt. Srila Prabhupada, a very famous line of Srila Prabhupada, that if you want to become a drunkard, go and associate with those people who know how to drink, who drink a lot, and that's how you can easily become a drunkard. So if we want to become devotees, associate with the devotees who can inspire us, who can teach us, from whom we can learn. And there are devotees present on this planet Earth right now also. We just have to find them. So associate, and we can, and maybe if we are closely associated with a devotee, maybe we can find that, this devotee is not very good in this particular area, maybe cleaning or remain cleaning or etc. But as a swan, we can always take the good things, because these good things are good for us only, to elevate our consciousness, to up to that level, that this particular consciousness can touch the lotus feet of Bhagwan. And how we are going to elevate this elevation can only be happening by the mercy of Bhakti Maharani. And that's why in the 10 offenses, we can see the first number one offense. What is number one offense? Anybody know? Anyone want to mute and tell me what is offense number one?
Blaspheme the
Blaspheme the devotee. Go ahead,
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes.
The blaspheme the devotee has dedicated the
Yes.
life in propagating the name of the Lord.
Yes. Number one, and the most, it is this offense is called as Hathimatha. That means this offense is just like a mad elephant. This offense is so severe that by this offense, we can just destroy our whole sapling, which is just coming out of the Bhakti Lata Beej. It is can broke, because anyways I am in a fragile stage. I have not become a tree. I'm just a little bit of sapling. My bhakti is creeper is just, and then it just can destroy. And many times we think, blaspheme the devotees of the Lord who are propagating the holy names is only belong to Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. We cannot just blaspheme devotees from ISKCON, or devotees from our own from ISKCON or our own sampradaya. But if we are blaspheming others who may be coming in different sampradaya, philosophically we can refute, but we cannot particularly offend a devotee of even other sampradaya. So Bhagwan is not saying, in Padma Puran these offenses are given, and in Padma Puran is not saying, I'm just putting on my thing. Yeah. And the Padma Puran is not saying that, just I have to just put this. Sorry. And the Padma Puran is not giving, only blaspheming those devotees who are in our own sampradaya. So that's very important to understand, that we should not be blaspheming even the sannyasis from Mayavad school. Very, very important to understand. We should not be blaspheming anybody. First of all, I'm on not that level. And the other is, their philosophy is what has been explained or given in the parampara and is authentic. It's Vedic, right? Maybe philosophically differences may be there, but we should not blaspheme any sannyasi, any devotee from any sampradaya, because this is going to affect our own bhakti. It's very important to understand. Okay, now I am going to take this verse text 41. I took so much time on this because I think that it's very, very important.
আমার সঙ্গে ব্রাহ্মণাদি সহস্রেক জন তোমার দর্শনে সবার দ্রবীভূত মন।
Translation: Along with me, there are about 1,000 men, including the Brahmanas, and all of them appear to have had their hearts melted simply by seeing you. So, because of Bhagavan, there are 32 signs which has been explained in scripture of a Bhagavata or not Mahabhagavata, of the incarnation of Bhagavan. 32 signs. And these 32 signs explain that what are the bodily features of somebody who is an incarnation of Bhagavan. And one of the things which has been explained is that this particular when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, anybody used to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, their hearts, it start getting melted. If we see, these Brahmanas are the same Brahmanas, we were talking about that they are not very inclined to the bhakti process. They were smart Brahmanas, Vedvadi Brahmanas. So these Brahmanas, before they were thinking, what these two people are doing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, both are so exalted and they are crying. But now, after seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, their hearts started to melt. Why? Because their bhakti sukriti, their bhakti started to ripe or started to take appearance in the heart of even those Brahmanas. What is the result of the darshan of Bhagavan? The result of the darshan of Bhagavan, that all the anarthas, all the desires, they just get dissolved and just merge into one, which is what? Bhagavan's, just to serve Bhagavan. Dhruv Maharaj also, we know. Dhruv Maharaj, he wanted a big kingdom. But as soon as he saw Prishni Garbha Bhagavan in front of him, he started crying and he said, how fool I am that I am looking for broken pieces of glasses when the diamond, is coming in front of me. He started crying, thinking about what kind of mistake I have made. So this is what. And the Brahmanas, they started, their hearts started changing. Yes, Prabhuji.
কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ নাম শুনি সবার বদনে, সবার অঙ্গ পুলকিত অশ্রু নয়নে।
I hear everyone chanting the holy names of Krishna. Everybody is thrilled with ecstasy and there are tears in everyone's eyes. So these are the ecstatic symptoms in the bodies of those Brahmanas who were thinking. What they were thinking? They were thinking, oh, these Brahmanas, they were thinking what they both are doing, why they are crying, what's the sense? So the symptoms are happening in their bodies too. Prabhuji, can you read?
Yeah. আকৃতে পাকৃতে তোমার ঈশ্বর লক্ষণ, জীবে না সম্ভবে এই অপ্রাকৃত গুণ।
My dear sir, according to your behavior and bodily features, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is impossible for ordinary living beings to possess such transcendental qualities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's bodily features were uncommon. Indeed, his body was extraordinary in its measurements. The measurement of his chest and the measurement of his forearms were the same. This is called Nyagrodra Parimandala. So Nyagrodra Parimandala is one of the 32 qualities which are there in the bodies of a Mahapurusha, or we can say the incarnation of Bhagavan. In this particular Nyagrodra Parimandala, the height of the arms and the chest, height of the measurement of the forearms, they are just like the chest. So such a broad chest and such long arms. As far as his nature is concerned, he was kind to everybody. No one but the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be kind to everyone. Therefore, the Lord's name is Krishna, all attractive. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 14:4, Krishna is the kind father of everyone. In every species of life, Sarva Yonishu, he is the original father, the seed giver, Bija Pradapita. How then can he unkind to any living entity? One may be man, an animal, or even a tree. but the Lord is kind to everyone. That is God's qualification. He also says in the Bhagavad Gita 9:29, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. I am equally kind to everyone, and he advises Sarva Dharman Paritajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Praja. Give up all the other engagements and simply surrender unto me. This instruction is meant not only for Arjuna but for all the living entities. Whosoever takes advantage of this great offer is immediately immune to all sinful activity and returns home back to Godhead. While present on this planet, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made this the same offer. So Bhagwan, he is very, very merciful. As I said, that this is the Jaiva Dharma. Jaiva Dharma means the eternal dharma of a living entity. And this eternal dharma of living entity is just to become the servant of the Lord. And Bhagavan is giving the proposal. You know what's the proposal? This all attractive Krishna in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is saying, come onto my surrender unto me, and I am going to deliver you. But why you want to deliver us, Bhagwan? Let us remain us in this cycle of samsara. Let us suffer. Although I am thinking my suffering is the enjoyment, let us just have fun in the samsara, the fun which I am thinking. Why you want to deliver us? Why? Because he is saying, Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya. He is the original father. Bija Pradhapita. He is the one. We are the portion of his Tatastha Shakti, marginal potency. Bhagwan do care about us. He loves us. That's why he wants everybody back. And that's why scriptures, representatives of Bhagwan at every step, at door to door is coming, especially in this age of Kali Yuga, because the living entities are so fallen and on their roadway to hell, but they are being given so many facilities. And that's why the sannyasis, that's why the renunciates and the sages and the saints and the preachers, they are coming and explaining us, you are doing overconsumption. You are just wasting your time in increasing your samsara more and more. Be careful. That's your eternal dharma. After you leave your body, all the bodily relationship cut. All the body relationship. You will not be remain here. Maybe some other planet, maybe down, up, or wherever. So please, careful. So that's what. And Bhagwan also again and again it's saying. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is going to appear very soon in March. He is the epitome of compassion. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is epitome of compassion. He has come himself to explain the process which we can follow and reach that final goal of Braj Bhakti. With this, I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for giving your kind attention and the opportunity to me to speak on the glories of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. If anyone liked anything, it's because of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, our previous acharyas, my Gurudev, and all those senior Vaishnavas to whom I listen, to whom I am learning. And if I must have made so many mistakes, so please forgive me and bless me so that I can remain on the path of bhakti. And thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Anything anybody wants to correct, please go ahead. If not, then we can end this class here. Thank you so much. Again, Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha
Itanam Pavanebho Vishnu Bebo Namo Namo.
Namo Namo. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Mahaprabhu ki Jai.
Thank you, Mataji, for
Madhavi.
wonderful class.